We welcome you to Chicago. It is NBA Draft Combine Week in the Windy City. And for the first time ever, the NBA will have all of the top prospects in the draft in one location, including internationals, as we are at Wintrust Arena to tip off the week with NBA G League Elite Camp. Here in this opener, it's a doubleheader of action, and we are underway. Interesting to see some of the talent that we have on display in this first game. A real leader for Juwan Howard's group. This is Javon Freeman Liberty wearing number 9. He calls Wintrust Arena home. Most of them were writing down NBA player. Now you're launching into this week hoping to fulfill that dream. Sharif O'Neal talked yesterday. He said, look, when your dad is Shaquille O'Neal, it's got its many ups, but also your dad's Shaq, and he expects the best.
It's butter.
Michael DeVoe, who scored over 1,700 points in his collegiate career, and there is an answer from Hung Jung Lee.
Catch and shoot in rhythm.
Lee battling for the rebound.
Every time he's coming down, he's doing something productive with the ball. No time wasted. We saw the playmaking abilities, and this time showing the finishing.
Love watching him deliver. Wilson off the fake to Lee. Got to be able to make up for it in a variety of ways, and even then, who knows what your role's going to be. You've got to defend, and you've got to be able to make plays for others and help your teammates.
Korean players trying to play in the NBA that they just can't communicate with their teammates. He said, luckily for him, he took a hard hit just now. Luckily for him, he's been able to learn English. He's been able to communicate with his teammates and excel over the last several years. We see both these teammates, players shaken up after that hit. But Lee, he's one of the guys you have to look out for because he has the frame.
Hung Jung Lee out of Davidson. Attended the NBA Global Academy in Australia. And he has taken ownership of trying to make history.
Guided all the way through, but at the end of the day, you know, the game of basketball, a global game, it speaks its own language when you're out there on the floor.
Jermaine Samuels on the floor now for Team 2, joined by Cam McGusty, who's checked in. Lee gets it back. Nice dish downstairs, and now gives it off to Lee. Top of the key for Hung Jung Lee.
Right on cue of what we were talking about, right? He had some hesitation the first time that he ended up getting the ball, but
Team White, that was Hall. Jordan Hall dialing up from distance. Nice kick to the corner. Lee again. The rebound. Samuels with the handoff. Went a little bit off.
And then we got our poll coming up. We talked about it, who they want to hear from after the game. That's to go vote on Twitter for it. Kenny Lofton Jr., probably going to win. Lee, Darius Days, or Jordan Hall. So you can go out there, NBA G League on Twitter, and go get your vote in.
All right, we just asked in the chat, who is Darius Days' favorite NBA player? Good trivia question.
I don't even know that.
He's made some nice moves this afternoon, Dirk.
I'm just trying to see if they can make it interesting.
Grady checks back in.
You know, compared to everybody out there, he doesn't care about going one-on-one with you and shooting off the dribble. He's been very aggressive in that regard. And then also, too, right, Lofton, I think from what we've been seeing from him with how assertive he's been down in that paint. It's always really good to see that, right? We're talking about the size, maybe trying to slim down a little bit. I think he says, what, down 20 pounds? But still, we couldn't even tell with the way that he's just been able to kind of manhandle at this point.
Comes away with the win in Game 1 of G League Elite Camp. We saw Kenny Lofton and James Akinjo shine for Team 2. They come away short here today.
Still a lot of love for Lofton. I mean, like we said, there's just some players that always catch your eye when you're going out there and you're playing.
Right.
I mean, despite not even coming out there with the win. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of that, right, too, especially at this stage. You know, when you just see normal games go on,